6 chill, fool, for real, for real.
Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. I woke up from my arrest. My rulership is up next. No vex. Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah.
Shalom Yasharala. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Welcome to another Shabbat night class here with ISBHPK. We are ISBHPK, Norfolk, Virginia. The school address is 2610 Grammy Street, Norfolk, Virginia. Zip code 23517. The class times and days is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. And that is Eastern time, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And Saturday from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. That is Eastern time as well. And we also have a school in Houston, Texas. The school address out there is 8524 South Brazier Boulevard, Houston, Texas. Zip code 77071. Class times and days is Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. also. And we also got a school in San Antonio, Texas as well. The school address out there is 4444 Walsham Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas. Zip code 78218. And the class times out there, class times and days out there is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. And Saturday from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. as well. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe to those YouTube channels. ISBHPK Houston, ISBHPK Virginia, ISBHPK San Antonio as well. And also, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the 5 Minutes of Wisdom channel, the Israelite Media Corp, the Hidden Truth Bible Show. Like, share, and subscribe to those different avenues where we send different information out. And also, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to Mashaba's Blog Talk Radio, which is blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. And that starts on Tuesdays. And it starts at about 10 a.m. Tuesdays from 10 a.m. And I forgot how long it goes. But we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to that as well. And that's from Tuesday to Sunday. You can catch that Blog Talk Radio. And also, we do make garments. The sisters make garments. So we do Israel wear. So if you'd like to get a nice custom garment made, just hop on Israel wear. The link should be on the screen where you'll be able to get a nice garment made. And also we do a fringed up subscription service where you can get a nice fringed up shirt every month. So we do those for $35 a month. For $35 a month, man, you can get you a nice fringed shirt. And for $75 a month, you can get a nice shirt with a headband. You don't even have to worry about it. So if you haven't subscribed to the Fringed Up, definitely subscribe to the Fringed Up, man. Get you some nice shirts. Get the fringe game up, right? And also we do the Hebrew Academy in Houston and in Virginia. In Houston, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're out of town, Houston, and if you're out of the Houston area, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the brothers do a link through Google Meet. So if you would like to take part in that, just you can hit me up, hit up Quatazab, and we'll get you linked up with those brothers. Also, we do the Hebrew Academy out here in Virginia as well, and that's every Wednesday. We got it rolling every Wednesday. So if you're in the Norfolk, Virginia area, you definitely want to be a part of that Hebrew Academy. And that's for brothers and sisters that's aspiring to be teachers, aspiring to be priests. And also, if you would like to contact any of the priests, we got Priest Quatazab. His number is 303-557-8979. He's out there in Houston, Texas. We ask that you text only during class. We also got Priest Kazakia. His number is 757-300-4047. He's out there with Ariah in Rochester. We ask that you text only during class. Salute to those brothers out there in Rochester. And we ask that you we ask that you do support our business. The business is Sweet Ambiance. It's sweetambiance.com. So hop on there. You know, check out the site, man. It's a nice site. Get you some nice fragrances made. Trust me, you won't regret it. You definitely won't regret it. And also, if you would like to help out the school in any way, man, if you'd like to, if you're not in the area, or if you're in the area and you'd like to help the school out, you'd like to give a donation, if you would like to send in anything, if you'd like to mail in anything, just hit us up and we'll give you an address to where you can mail those supplies in. And if you would like to help out with the school rent, the bills, things of that nature, then we do got the Wells Fargo account number on the screen. You know, you can drop some funds in there. We do have the Zelle link. You know, you can drop some funds in there. So, you know, however way, man, you want to help out. Definitely put your brick in and help out. All contributions is welcome and needed. So, yeah, with that, that's it for the announcements. Shabbat shalom to everybody. And we are going to open up for class.
All right, we got people online for the Shabbat evening class. All right, so this is going to be part 4 of Don't Roll Your Belly. It should be the finale, man. You know, the season ending for the class. All right. You know, it's again, we have to hit these topics because you know our people don't commonly know this knowledge. This isn't something that they're privy to.
Yeah.
You know, even going and dealing with gut health. You know, if we can go to Baruch 51 and verse 23 to start it off. Baruch chapter 51 and verse 23. You know, because we know the scripture says, and I'm gonna start going to a lot of scriptures because you know we got a lot of brothers and sisters online that is new, and they really don't have the scripture knowledge. You know, a lot of times we may quote the scripture. We're going to start going to the scripture that we quote so that they have a understanding of what we're talking about. But we're first going to go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 51 and verse 23.
Oh, Ecclesiasticus, okay.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 51 and verse 23. Get it, you get it. First one served. But Ecclesiasticus chapter 51 and verse 23. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 51 verse 23.
Go ahead.
Draw near unto me, ye unlearned.
Read it again.
Draw near unto me, ye unlearned.
When it comes to Hebrew Israelites, especially dealing with our health, a lot of brothers and sisters, we are unlearned.
Pardon.
You know, we don't have the basic fundamental understanding of health. A lot of us forget what we learned in junior high. A lot of us really didn't have any type of education in high school. Yeah, you may have recess in PE, but you were never taught, you know, again, what the healthy diet. It's funny because even when I was in like my cooking class in high school, in cooking class, we really didn't have any really legit healthy recipes. It was just kind of like, yeah, put this together. That's what I remember of it.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I remember, you know, going through like, okay, this is what we need, you know, to allow your brain to function. This is what you need for your body to grow. This is what you need for your bones to maintain, you know, and not corrode. I don't remember that. All I remember was having snacks and, you know, nice little combination meals that we made.
I remember we made pizza.
Okay.
So, gone.
You know, so just showing that, you know, we didn't have the real legit fundamental understanding. So a lot of our people don't have this knowledge. You know, and that's why we have to break these classes down the way we do, because we have to understand that, again, our comprehension on health is pretty narrow, man. Think about it. That's why a lot of us have a lot of, you know, we were raised up on TV dinners. We were raised up on TV dinners not knowing that those TV dinners were full of what? Sodium, salt, preservatives.
Yeah.
So now your body, what's it called?
Yeah, they want me to move it.
Say it again.
They want me to center it.
Oh yeah, now your body is starting to retain water, you know, because of all the salt. Now you have this extra fluid, you know, so we got to see that, again, we weren't properly taught, and we have to keep that in mind. Read that again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 51, verse 23.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus. Oh, you good. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus chapter 51. That's
Right there.
right there, perfect. Go ahead.
Draw near unto me, ye unlearned,
Go ahead.
and dwell in the house of learning.
And that's why, again, we have to have these classes. You know, health is in the scriptures, and best believe that the prophets, the teachers was going in on health. You know, showing forth, you know, what was going to make you last longer. You know, especially dealing with our laws and our statutes of what to eat and what not to eat, especially when we're around the nations. Because we know the nations were trying to do what? They're trying to defile us. They were trying to make us weak regarding our dietary, our dietary intake. So the scripture says again, draw near unto me, ye unlearned. You know, and again, it's not saying that our brothers and sisters are stupid. No, it's just that again, and we have to break it down like this to where we all are accountable for each other, man. You know, listen, my mother, you know, growing up, it wasn't like, oh, let me make sure you have some greens on your plate. Nah, hamburger helper and some garlic bread. You know what I mean? That was it. You know, but so, you know, the Most High is definitely bringing us back to the understanding of, again, what's going to bring us back to this good health. Go to Ecclesiasticus 30 and 25.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 25.
Go ahead.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
And this is what we're finding out about having this, you know, a cheerful heart, a good mind, a motivated mind, a progressive mind. This individual is going to be looking for ways to allow himself again, or allow herself to be more, to do more. And we're talking about, again, believers. We're talking about individuals that is conscious in this work, that wants to be able to do more, that wants to have a better health, that wants to be a better example. We're starting to understand and have a care for our what?
Care of his meat and diet.
Yeah, care for the meat and diet. Care for the meat shows forth the amount that you're eating, or what you're eating. You know, like I think Dorothy Branch was going in just about how long it takes for beef to digest in your body. You know, just said 5 days. You know, and showing forth that, but we stuff beef constantly down our body.
That's true.
You know, we really don't give the digestive system time to cleanse, properly time to rest, you know, and literally allow it to work down the food that we have in our body. But this is what we're coming to know, how to have care. Because we want to have care. Why? Go to Proverbs 14 and 15. This is what the Most High said. This is the spirit of the Most High, because we're starting to be aware and alert and understanding that we have to be aware of our bodies, aware of our minds. Not only that, but again, our children. People that we meet. We have to be careful. We have to be more mindful. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 15. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word.
The simple believeth every word. Go ahead.
But the prudent man looketh well to his going.
See, the prudent man, the prudent woman looketh well to the steps of their life. They're making moves for longevity. They're making moves for more energized days. Like, who really wants to be at home feeling like a couch potato every day? Who is tired of being tired? You know how they say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tired of being tired? Like, think about it. Well, if we're tired of being tired, what can I implement in my life to where my life will be more functionable? How I can be more functionable in my life.
Good point.
What does that take? It's most likely going to take something regarding your diet and your sleep. It all comes together. What time you eat, what time you sleep. You know, do you eat right before you go to sleep? You know how a lot of us do that. Eat that big meal, man, and lay out. Be in slumber status. Yeah. You know, I got the itis. Like, who came up with that? Because we really make it seem like the itis is real. Like, that's something we're supposed to have. That's something that naturally comes. No, your body's saying that that food that you ate was not beneficial.
Gone.
Wasn't beneficial.
Gone. Can I eat this?
Oh, you whatever you want to.
Somebody give me Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1.
Yeah, that's right on point.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
God, and it's like he was saying, like, who came up with itis?
Right?
You eat and then you get tired. Why? Because it's out of balance. You were supposed to eat and have energy, but we've been taught the Most High is about balance. We got conquered. We got taught the heathen way, and we got taught to have an imbalanced diet. You know what I'm saying? So now we feel like if we don't eat and get sleepy, we feel like if we don't eat and unbutton the top button,
Right.
To give room for the belly, that we didn't really eat. If you don't eat and feel your belly actually get expanded, I should say,
Yeah.
you feel like you're not full. How many times do y'all eat salads and you feel full from the salad, but it's not that same full that you would have from like rice or pizza? You don't feel stuffed. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
But see, when you feel stuffed, that's an imbalance. You're imbalanced. That's why when you eat and you get stuffed, you can barely move. You tired.
Yep.
But we were taught to eat like that. We were taught to eat like that, man. The Most High is about balance, and we've been taught in every way, especially our diet, to be imbalanced. That's why we'll eat heavy at night, wake up, you're tired as hell because your body you didn't give your body the chance to digest the food. And you didn't give your body the chance to rest while you were sleeping. While you were asleep, your stomach was working. You sleeping, but you sweating. Why? Because your stomach is working. And then you wake up and you're tired as hell, and you got to go to work, and you're like, you wake up and you don't feel rested. Why? Because your body's out of balance.
Yep.
It's an imbalance. You see that? Finish it up.
But a just weight is his delight.
And whenever you look at any sickness in your body, it comes from there being an imbalance, an unbalanced, I should say, right? That's where it all comes from. You're too balanced. You're too high on one thing, or you're too low on one thing. Whenever you go to the doctor, what do they say? Your blood sugar is low. Your blood pressure is too high. There's a number. There's a balance where your body functions at, and it gets thrown off by the way we eat.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
And again, go to Ecclesiasticus 17 and 26. Just right on it, because Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 17 and verse 26. Again, just to bring back, just to kind of bring the whole class, a little synopsis and understanding is that, again, it's not a bad thing that we don't know this. And even if your body is lacking, you're still here to where you can move forward in the spirit of knowledge and wisdom and change your habits. We were just talking about it today, but Shamswan did a good class about breaking bad habits. A lot of us got a lot of bad habits, and it's okay. But as long as we're realizing these habits, that's what the Most High wants us to do. He wants us to confront these little demons that we have, these little Debbie cake demons, Reese's Pieces, whatever it might be. There's nothing wrong with having that, but having it in moderation.
Yeah.
Because you know what you do. You eat one piece, and you start going to what? Eyes start rolling back. You're in a whole different dimension. You fade away. Somebody try to call you on the phone, you like, what is going on with you? Yeah, you in your food high. And you can't, what they say, food drunk.
God.
And we're actually going to go into that a little bit too, just showing forth, again, what having that, that type of greasy food, what it does to you. But read where you at.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 26.
Go ahead.
Turn again to the Most High. And turn away from iniquity.
Do what?
Turn away from iniquity.
Yeah, turn away from these iniquity, these sinful things that we do. And a lot of times we push up food. We push up this gluttony spirit, and not being able to control it. We got to see that's iniquity in the eyes of the Most High.
Yeah.
You allow yourself to worship this food demon that we have. You can't control. Oh man, I just feel like having a burger. Oh, there's nothing wrong with having a burger, but man, 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit that joint 4-5 times a week. Golly, do you understand that your body can't take that?
Yeah.
That's why you can't breathe. That's why you got sleep apnea. You know, you snoring extra loud. You got to sleep on your knees. Mm-hmm. These are effects of our bad eating habits. Go ahead.
For he will lead thee out of darkness.
Yeah, the Most High said, turn back to the Most High. Be mindful of what he made you for. He made you to be a vessel unto honor, not a vessel unto dishonor. Go ahead.
Into the light of health.
Into the what?
Into the light of health.
He gonna lead you out of darkness. Because a lot of us, as we went through our last class, understanding that gut health is extremely important, because a lot of the food that we eat, it causes us to be what? Emotional. We're emotional, depressed, high in anxiety, schizophrenic, delirious.
Yeah.
All these things. It leads you out of the darkness, but we're not understanding that we cause our own darkness by the lack of nutrition in our diet. Go ahead.
And hate thy abomination vehemently.
Yeah, vehemently. Just showing forth that hate the abomination vehemently. Like you have this utmost hate that you don't want to do wrong in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. The abominations of what? Us literally giving ourselves to burgers. Like we can't control burgers. For real? You can't get a salad at least 3-4 times a week? Can't get a little juice in? A little fast? You know, so again, going back and just showing forth, again, the Most High wants us to be a vessel unto honor. Just real quick, just to go back about this gut health. It says the second brain informs our state of mind. Or the second, there it is. The second brain, which is your gut, your belly. The second brain informs our state of mind in other, more obscure ways. And it says a big part of our emotions are probably influenced by the nerves in our gut. And that nerve is called the vagus nerve. V-A-G-U-E-S. Or V-A-G-U-S. Vagus nerve. But it says chemicals implicated in depression and happiness, such as serotonin, are also found in the gut. 90% of serotonin is manufactured in the digestive tract. So the foods that you eat, the tract pulls the nutrients. This is where serotonin is produced by that food. And this is what we're going to go into and understand what will give you this good gut health. What will produce the serotonin to where you can ease your mind, where you don't have to take a pill for depression. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, your mind is, you know how a lot of people's like, man, my mind is just so cloggy. Yeah, you probably need some water and you need some good food. You need some good probiotics. That's why I'm going to say this. You got to look at the Asian community, man. As we go into it, they eat a lot of good probiotic foods, which is for mental health.
Wow.
Gut, but mental health. You really don't see a lot of heavy Asians. They be eating good though. But you don't see a lot of heavy ones. Because their diet, because the food that they intake. They're not eating around the clock. They're not. I don't see a lot of Chinese folks eating Domino's, man. I don't see them coming to Domino's when I pull up. I see what? Judah, you know what I'm saying? Issachar, Naphtali.
Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars. You getting the, because I can call Little Caesars cardboard pizza.
It's some good pizza, man. No, I'm playing.
Nah, I don't even remember the last time we had Little Caesars. So many good pizza spots out here.
Cardboard pizza for?
Say it again.
Why you call it cardboard?
Oh, he has a high standard for pizza. But again, it's just the quality of the pizza.
Yeah.
There's a standard for some things, man. Even burgers.
$5 for a reason, yeah.
Huh?
Pizza's $5 for a reason.
Oh yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
But we're seeing that again. A lot of the food, it causes us to again have these setbacks. But it's funny again. The nations, what do? They know exactly what they need to produce functioning individuals. That's why a lot of times when we go to these Asian doctors, they know exactly what to fix you with, man.
Yeah.
Let me see your tongue. Oh, that tongue's okay. Yeah, your liver's a little jacked up just by your tongue. Think about that knowledge, man. Chinese medicine. We got a brother that shops with us in Houston. He's about to be a doctor in Chinese medicine. But a lot of our people don't do that. Well, they want to be a drug dealer, man. We want to be a what? Car salesman. We want to be like everything outside of what? Health. You get a couple doctors here and there, but what are you? A radiology tech, you know, respiratory tech, you know, but when it comes to really understanding the body, we don't really have too many examples of that. You know, yeah, you got Dr. Sabi. Okay, yay. Dr. Sabi smoked dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, how trustworthy is that? You know, don't get me wrong, his diet is good, you know, but again, we don't really have, you know, individuals that's able to give us the understanding of how to have better health. There's one brother out of New York, what's his name?
Dr. Inky?
No, not Inky. It's another brother, man. He's an herbalist, master herbalist. I forgot his name, man. That brother actually has a lot of good understanding. But again, you know, and when I say by nobody close to us, nobody really near. You know, but again, we pick up, we learn, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Dells?
Huh?
That's Patrick Dells?
No. I think he was on. Let me see. He may have been on there.
Patrick Dells?
That might be him.
Master herbalist.
Yeah, that might be him. Is that on
Maccabees?
Yeah, that was Daniela's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he may have had him on there. Yeah, Patrick Dells. I go into him a little bit sometimes with the juicing.
Yeah.
You know what? It's pretty on point. Where we at? Going a little bit more into this definition. Yeah, just showing forth again, you know, that gut health, it increases. It's critical for the mood of anxiety, concentration, reward, and motivation, man. So let's get into it. But we're going to go into a lot of foods that's bad for our health. All right? A lot of foods that's bad for our health. I'm going to show you something. Check this out. Go to Ecclesiasticus 18 and 21.
Ecclesiasticus
Yep.
18, verse 21.
There it is. Ecclesiasticus, verse 18 and verse 21. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Patrick Dells. That's a brother you can watch on YouTube. And he goes in about the specific organs, man, how to cleanse each organ. Very on point. But Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 21. Go ahead.
Humble thyself before thou be sick.
Read it again.
Humble thyself before thou be sick.
And this is one thing that we have to recognize before we even go into bad foods is that you got to humble your mind and understand that the things that we eat really isn't that good for us. Now, what does that mean? Have moderation in those things that you like. That may not be good for you. I know a lot of people like fries. Raise your hand if you like French fries, man. Huh? Okay, that's a lot of hands. Now, tell me what's the spot with the best French fries? Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. I can't see it. That's small hand. I need tall hands, man. Rallies. Okay, you got the little season. What you got?
There's this place in New Mexico. It's called Blake's, and their seasoned fries are good.
Blake's seasoned fries are good. Okay. All right, yeah. What you got? You got to talk louder. You got a little.
The McDonald's ones.
Oh, McDonald's fries. Okay. Right. Here's a question. Those fries that y'all asked about, right? Or that you said something about. When they get cold, do they still hit? And what I mean by hitting is like, does your taste buds still be jumping like, oh my God. Is it soft? Is it hard? How is it? Monatazak.
I just put fried mozzarella before.
Oh, brother, I didn't hear nothing you just said. You got to stand up first, and so I can say it louder.
I think I ate fries once because I think when they were colder, I think I had me.
Okay.
They were crunchy.
They were crunchy.
And they were hard to bite.
There it is. So hard to bite. Okay, so the brother said his fries was hard to bite. But again, a lot of those fries when they get cold, what's up with it? They're garbage, right?
Done.
It's like when you go to In-N-Out, man. Fresh crispy fries.
Those taste like some cardboards.
What, Whataburger?
In-N-Out?
Oh yeah, In-N-Out. You know what's so funny? But In-N-Out fries are actually real potatoes.
Yeah.
Those are real potatoes, man. Yeah, a lot of stuff that we have nowadays, those fries, those come out of a bag, man.
Hey, you know who actually got good fries?
Who's that?
Brother Derek and Shaquat Sauce in Houston. I
Okay.
hope they
Shadak
watch.
or shaquat
Oh,
sauce?
shatak.
I was like, shaquat
Oh, yeah,
sauce?
shaquat don't got no sauce.
So you said, you said brother Derek makes some good French fries.
Yeah, with shatak seasoning it.
Okay, so he cuts them,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he buys them. You know, he does his little thing with them.
right?
But then shatak adds some flavor to it. Real good. Even cold, them suckers is good as hell.
Dang, interesting. What you got, Asaya? You gotta talk louder, right?
And Laguna, there's,
Yes.
I guess, like, the Laguna burgers, like, Laguna.
Laguna burgers.
Oh, Laguna Burger. So the fries and burgers in Laguna Burger hit. Okay. There it is then. But I'm gonna say this. It's funny how, you know, whenever when we and the reason why I got the food, you know, the food mind jumping, but how many of y'all want a burger right now? You know what I'm saying? You thought about it, them fries. Some of y'all probably thought about dipping it in the sauce. You know, you got some brothers that put the fries on the burger. You know, they're going all the way deep, but just showing forth that food has a hole, man.
God.
But it'd be like some of the greasiest and the nastiest food that we love, and that calls us. Johnny, come get that burger. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly how to get the fumes to go through the vents of the car, man. Hit you in the face, man. Slap you. Oh, Lord.
Right.
You don't even smell Chick-fil-A. You see the line. You're like, I know it's popping over there, man.
Time of sin.
Start from the beginning, please.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Humble thyself before thou be sick,
Oh, we're buffering.
and in the time of sins show repentance.
See, we gotta humble ourselves. We gotta humble ourselves and recognize that the food that we eat is not good.
God.
It's not. Everybody say some prayers for this wire connection.
Wirecast.
Right, the connection is holding right now. But again, we have to humble ourselves, man. Because why? Check this out. I'm gonna go in a little bit deep, just about, and we hit it a little bit last time, just regarding the meat, right? It says excessive exposure in antibiotics, especially in a person or an animal who is not sick, may promote antibiotic resistance. See, but we don't understand, and we're finally coming to realize that a lot of meats that we have antibiotics in it. So I said it last time, but I didn't go into too much detail, but it says excessive exposure to antibiotics may promote antibiotic resistance. For example, there's a lot of meat that have antibiotic in your body the right way. You're sick. You go to the doctor. What do they give you? Penicillin, amoxicillin, right? Antibiotic. But with you eating all this meat, your body's like, nah, I already know this. That antibiotic doesn't help you.
Yeah.
So now we have what? A lack of white blood cells to fight off these diseases because of the food. They do this on purpose, man.
Wow.
They do this on purpose. So now when you get a common cold, you dying from the cold. Why do you think a lot of people dying from COVID too? It'd be like a minor cold. You're done. Like, what you said, Hank Aaron?
Hank Aaron
Got the coronavirus.
Well,
vaccination.
Yeah, he took the vaccination.
Huh?
Last week.
He probably caught a small cold because the vaccination gives you a piece of the coronavirus. Now look at him. He's stuck in sleep, man.
Damn.
But think about it though. Think about it. It's like they get you both ways because why? Your body's already weak. He was what, 86?
He was 86, yeah.
86 years old. He's already his immune system probably was low. Cook food for it too. But just, a lot of the fast food. It's like what it would do to an older person. It's not giving them the nutrients. So when it's time to fight, they got nothing to fight with. They fighting for their life. That's why they get the fever. Body's starting to fight against the disease, the little cold.
Yeah.
But what do you have? Nothing there. So we got to see the door. So we got to see that a lot of the foods that we eat, again, they have antibiotics within them. And it says this happens when bacteria that are repeatedly exposed to antibiotics evolve to resist the drugs. Again, this happens when bacteria that are repeatedly exposed to antibiotics evolve to resist drugs.
Wow.
So you got to see, you got good bacteria in your body, you got bad bacteria. But a lot of times, the bacteria that's supposed to react, it can't react because now your body's resisting the drug. because it's common. It's almost like, again, whenever you lose weight, you lose, has been programmed to the exercise that you're doing. You got to switch up the exercise.
It adjusted.
Adjust it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the body says it resists the drugs. Let's go deeper. Antibiotics do not just kill bad bacteria, but can also kill helpful bacteria in the gut. So not only is the junk food killing using antibiotics to help prevent side effects. So probiotics, and we're going to get to that, but to show forth what is bad food for the gut. What's bad food for the gut? What do y'all think, man? People online, what do y'all think is a food that we got to start watching out for and being, being a little bit more moderate in our eating of it? Give me some examples. Hakawa.
Any food that doesn't grow from the ground.
Any food does not grow from the ground. Okay, I'm with it.
So like processed.
If the earth didn't make it, don't take it.
Oh, I like that. What says the earth didn't make it, don't take it. Right?
I say probably diseases in the world.
Say that again.
The meat that we eat today causes diseases are the top 9.
Right.
5 of them in the world. I was learning to become a personal trainer.
Right.
You know that you just let that meat process sit in your body, destroying you. You ain't nurturing, you ain't working out or nothing. You just let it sit in, destroying you. Like you just said, like sometimes it take beef to get out you for 5 days. Destroying you.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm gonna say this. That's with everything. Because even whenever you deal with a lot of fish, though, too, remember is that a lot of fishes, they're farm fed or farm bred, right? So we got to understand. A lot of times, what did it say? You got like fresh salmon. Whoa, that's just what they tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even that, they still have what? Antibiotics. They're still feeding them whatever kind of feed. So technically it's all meats, and fish is a meat. Remember that, y'all. What you got?
Yeah, even with the salmon when you buy it in the store,
Right.
it tells you right then that they put it in some red dye to make it look even more fresh.
Dang, there it is.
Yeah.
They put it in red dye to make it look more fresh.
Say dye free or it'll have
Good.
Right.
What you got?
I never feel constipated ever since I became a pescatarian. I started eating other meats, even beef, turkey, and everything else, chicken. I'll be wake up like no one want to leave the toilet. I'll be scared to leave the toilet. But ever since I switched my diet for 7 years now, going on 7 years, I ain't feel constipated ever since.
Right.
So I
I
don't
believe
think fish do it much effective what people think fish do.
Hold on, say the last part again.
I don't think fish do as much what people think fish do. Because if that was the case, being constipated is a sickness. And I ain't been constipated ever since. It's like 7 years. I'm talking about literally like, oh man, I don't want to leave the toilet because something's stuck up there.
Gotcha. I believe it, but remember, that's why the scripture says excessive meats. A lot of us, again, we do excessively. And that's why we don't give our body the proper time to digest. And I'm going to say this again, remember, is that we eat meat upon meat upon meat upon meat upon meat. Who said we really did that, though? But again, this is just a habit that we've learned.
I think people do that with chicken, do that with Thanksgiving, stuff like that. I ain't ever seen no one person that eat abundantly of fish, like this, that, and the third. I mean, bro cooked it a few times a day. I don't think no one like, let me get seconds and thirds and fourths. I think that happened with the chicken.
They've been to a fish fry then. You ain't been to a fish fry? Come on now, fish fries, come on, everybody, listen. Fishes and bread, we getting all of it. Bro, we getting multiple pieces of fish. I don't know where you been at. Bro, I'm gonna get a couple. I ain't only getting one. Stop that.
It's crazy when I was saying that Derek and Shatat, they make the good fries.
Right.
That was a fish fry.
Oh, nice.
That was a fish fry that was at. Derek cut up the fish.
Come on, bro. Ooh.
Yeah.
Get some of that fresh tartar sauce. Look at that. Cat's getting hungry up here, man. Cat's getting hungry.
Put your fangs up, man.
Right. Check this out. Going in about fast foods, right?
Got
Fast foods are harder for the body to digest. People often cook them in oils rich in saturated and trans fats that may further irritate the stomach, causing diarrhea, gas, and stomach pain. I done felt it. I done hit Taco Bell, man. And my belly was not having it. But again, fast food. But think about it. What nutrition is in the food that we're eating at what? Chick-fil-A. I'm going to say this. A lot of times Chick-fil-A just have a man.
That's true.
Hey, that chicken be hitting. Yeah, it's like, what's in it? You almost got that. What is that? That salt from Japan? What was that? It was MSG. Huh? when MSG was banned, there's probably some addictive additives within it. But going in about fast foods is high in trans fat, which irritate the stomach, causing diarrhea and gas. Check this out. Fast foods may promote the growth of harmful gut bacteria as well. You know, but it's sad because whenever you go through the hoods, what do you see? Fast food on every corner. KFC. It don't matter all the videos that came out viral. KFC had a rat in the food. You know, had a chicken leg, chicken beak. Our brothers and sisters still hitting it. Church's chicken. You know what I'm saying? You know, Church's was good. Why? Because you get you a piece of meat for what? 75-cent biscuit. You be good, man. Walk on down the wall. You know, walk on down the way.
There was a video that I seen a couple months ago.
Right.
They said that YouTube. I don't remember. They didn't even care.
Oh yeah. Read that again. Yo, hold on. Say it again. You said.
I said like it was like a video that got exposed like a couple months ago.
Right.
They said that they found human meat.
Oh, human meat.
And McDonald's.
So somebody's hand got grinded up while they was trying to grind the meat, huh?
It was like a couple of McDonald's spots around the country. They found human meat and the meat they like burgers and chicken and stuff.
I believe it. We got to think about it. Even when you deal with like meat itself, right? Let's say the chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets is what? Does anybody know what chicken nuggets is? Idea, you know what chicken nuggets is?
I forgot what you said.
Yeah, chicken nuggets is what? Grinded up everything. You got the whole chicken leg, chicken beak, chicken nose, chicken kneecap, grinded up in a piece of meat. Bro, they don't care. Y'all ain't seen the video? They throw the little chickens in the little grinder. They just throwing them in there.
Bro, I seen one where they threw a pig.
Dang.
They just
threw them in the grinder.
They just threw the pig in there, and the thing just. I was like, wow, man, we eat that.
Yeah, right. but again, think about it. But why is our people so irrational? Why do you listen? I mean, at this point, why is so many people got what they call it, road rage? Ooh, I'm touching some feelings. This one, huh? Who got road rage, man? What you eating? Our people got road rage, out. Somebody cut them off. Oh, woo! You flicking them off? You know, it's like, is it that serious? Your emotions snap like that? Pressure? Oh, man, that's horrible. They got the eggs, the birds, everything. I wish you could throw the video up here.
And they're not even dead.
Oh no, they try to fly up. Those are. Oh yeah, they try to fly. They get put right in the grinder. I used to have a uncle that worked at Tyson's Chicken. He the one told me about the chicken nuggets, man. Everything goes in there, and a lot of meat is nasty, man. You know, but again, and I forget what else he told me about the meat. It's like, I guess they may have other animals, maybe that's in it as well. I forget exactly, but that may sneak upon and look at it. They hatching out the eggs, man. Esau is so garbage. You even get the whole egg that's blended up with
the shell.
Hatching on the line out. They don't know what's going on. But think about it. But that's the food we have in our belly. Go there real quick. Go to 2nd Esdras. You know what I want.
You just hopped out the shell.
Right. Go to 2nd Esdras.
Wow.
LaShawn bringing it out. LaShawn said, I was off last Tuesday. I bought World Farms and I'm still sick from it today. My stomach hurts so bad I have to go to work now with my stomach bloated and hurt. Listen, the way that sandwich was looking, shoot. I ain't gonna lie, I was like almost, order a brother one, man. Yeah. But again, you know, we don't understand where these meats come from, how they were raised, you know.
Damn.
But again, that's the hard truth. The brothers on something called, it's what does it say?
It's a YouTube video called "Male Chicks in the Egg Industry." Yeah,
male chicks in the egg industry. I like the title.
It's about 101,000.
Yeah,
views.
male chicks in the egg industry. But you'll see how they're making these chicken nuggets. But read where you at.
2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap.
Why? Victuals shall be so good cheap. The food that we eat is what?
So good cheap.
Ooh, so good cheap. Why do you think the Most High had it worded this way? Victuals was so good cheap, man. 2 for $5, 4 for $4. You know what I'm saying? 2 for $7. Add a dollar, get you a large gully washer, man. Get you a large gully washer. Get you that Dr. Pepper, wash it down, man. Get it right. But it says, victuals gonna be so good, cheap. Go ahead.
Upon earth, that they shall think themselves
Read.
to be in good case.
We do. We will think that we're in a good case just because the food's cheap. It hit the taste buds, and we feel satisfied for about an hour. For about an hour. Until what? Oh, I'm hungry again. Huh? I need to get more snacks. I need some more of that food.
In good case.
Go ahead.
And even then, shall evils grow upon earth.
Just showing forth again at that time. He was going to grow upon earth, but what? We just worried about food. Food is our God. A lot of us have these idolatrous actions, and you don't even know it. You ain't even know it. A lot of us worship chicken, man. You go crazy without a piece of that yard bird. Huh? You go crazy without what? Whatever vice you have with food. But we got to see how it has control over us. But just showing forth again about these fried foods, these fast foods, is that again, they're bad for our gut health. And I'm going to say this, because I heard Zabiyad, which is on here, Kazaki has one at his house, and we definitely finna get one. But that what do you call it?
Air fryer.
The air fryer. That was given by God. Yahweh himself. The air fryer. Cook you a little piece of salmon in there. Listen, slice up your own potatoes. Cook your potatoes in there. Peppers. It's smooth. Don't listen. I was cooking bread up in that. Put the butter on the bread, the salad. Come on. That's dinner right there. But a lot of times our people don't know those outside sources for better eating, for better utensils that we can use to give us, again, food that doesn't have saturated fat. I'm going to say it again. Yashakar in Houston, he don't use oil when he cooks food. Yashakar don't use oil. He use water. But why? Because he doesn't want all those oils to go into the body. Like you said, the food cooked faster. It was fresher. Had more life. We was eating what? Chicken salads. You know, regular salads with beans, the corn. Even though corn's a hybrid still. But still showing forth that we're eating what? It was healthy. It was good. It was light. It wasn't heavy. Check it out. Furthermore, limiting fried foods reduces the risk of liver disease. Why? Your body doesn't have to process that unnecessary oil that's not needed. I wonder if our people was cooking with oil back in the day. Huh? That's what I wonder.
Right.
A lot of even the oil now is just cheap. Like the brother brought out in the classes before, Xavier, which your grandma used to do, your pops used to do, big old turkeys in the canola oil, you know. Yeah. We fry everything in what? What's the other oil that everybody fried it in?
Regular vegetable oil?
You got vegetable oil, but then you also have, No, well, grapeseed, a lot of people can't afford.
Yeah, olive oil.
Yeah, olive
oil.
Yeah, olive oil. There's another one, man, that was kind of like, it was a cheaper one, huh? Peanut oil, there it is. Everybody, bro, you get a big old jug of peanut oil, man. I think peanut oil is what they do the turkeys in, right?
Yeah, they do.
That's the oil that you use turkeys in. What you got?
They cook Chick-fil-A and peanut oil too, I think.
Say it again.
I think Chick-fil-A uses peanut oil too.
I believe it. They probably got a little secret little hitter, you know, to get them taste buds jumping. They know exactly what to get the brain bubbling, man.
Fun.
What produces that serotonin? They got you so hot, just the name of it, man. Think about it. How many of y'all want to go to Chick-fil-A on a Sunday knowing doggone well it's closed? How many times have you been like, shit, I'm going to get some Chick-fil-A. Oh, dang it, it's Sunday, I forgot.
When you pulled up and it was...
Right. Think about it, though. You know it's closed. Behind your way said, he said, closed on Sunday. That's my Chick-fil-A. How you say it? That's how
He
say
said
it, right?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy. But check it out. It says, furthermore, limiting foods, fried foods, reduce risk of liver disease. Liver disease can cause a range of gastrointestinal problems and may undermine a person's overall health. It says doctors sometimes advise people with liver health issues to stop eating fried foods. I'm gonna say this, that's all we know. Fried.
Yeah.
How you gonna have your egg? Fry it. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna have that bacon? Throw in some oil. It's the same thing. You basically frying a piece of bacon.
Done.
frying a piece of meat, you know how you used to do it, get you a little T-bone steak, you know. You may do the shake and bake, right? Mm-hmm. Shake and bake for the T-bone steak. Throw a little oil in the pot. Hit that steak on it. Let it cook, sizzle. I remember them days, man. That was the military days, them T-bone boys. I used to cook it off of, it was one of those electric skillets. Oh, come on, man. I was bougie. I was in my little dorm room with an electric skillet going to work time the other day.
Baked it.
We baked the fish. And the fish was hidden. Had some cabbage, had some peas.
Yeah.
Nice and light. You know, it was good. But it's also good just to switch it up and to allow your body to rest. Hit that Ecclesiasticus 18 and 21 again, please. Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 21. Yep, Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 21.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
Humble thyself before thou be sick.
Right?
And in the time of sins, show repentance.
Yeah, it says humble yourself. We got to humble ourselves. Stop acting like you know it all. Stop acting like nothing's going to hurt you. Nothing's going to harm you. That's why we have this knowledge. Go to, you know what I want? Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah, what is that? Isaiah, wisdom and knowledge?
And if I could say this too, man, just on the humble yourself before you get sick, right?
Yeah.
You got to think about it, man. A lot of times we get told, stop eating this, eat more of this. We're like, man, I'm good, man. I'm young. That's you. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm fit. I work out.
Right.
But that's us not humbling ourselves. That's us being a little prideful.
Yeah, listen, get your sweets under control, or you're gonna have diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes type 1, type 2. Like I just said, your kidneys, your liver's breaking down. Then you really got to get your foot amputated for you to really be like, oh, I might need to do what? Change my diet up. But our people, it be like that. A lot of us got to learn the hard way. Your face got to get numb first. Huh? You wake up, your whole body's numb. You're not knowing. It's sad because a lot of our people is what? Prideful. So you going to work with what? A numb body. Like everything okay. Knowing you jacked up, our people will go to the grave prideful because they don't want to control those impulses.
Yeah.
Come on. You can't say that wasn't us. We did it in the wilderness. Prideful. We was at our lowest level. When you tell people now about stop eating pork, shit, I'm going to eat pork to the day I die. About 20, 30 minutes, you sitting there, oh, I knew I should have put it down. It's too late. It done hit you. But the Most High is saying what?
Isaiah 33 and 6.
Read that Ecclesiasticus real quick. Hold that. Got her?
Humble thyself before thou be sick.
We got to. Humble yourself. Recognize that you don't want your kids to have what? To have be parentless at an early age. Due to what? Your continual refusal of living a healthy life.
And can I get one right after that?
Definitely. We got to see that it's imperative for us to recognize that we need this in our life. But I'm going to say this though. As couples, as brothers and sisters, it takes all of us coming together and helping each other. I know y'all heard the word in the world. It's called accountability partner, right? We might need accountability partner. Tell somebody your goals and ask the individual to do what? Check up on me, man. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to get on my juicing in the morning. You know, we've been doing it a lot, going to, cold press. Well, we spending too much money. We can do it at the house. We got the press machine there. We got the juice machine there. It's easy to do what? 30 minutes, 45 minutes a day. Get you a half gallon, a gallon.
Yeah.
A cup, that'll blow your cap back, man.
You're right.
A half a cup of that will blow your cap back. Beets, ginger, and oranges. Come on, man.
You know what's beautiful about this class, bro? Is I've never heard this. Just ask yourselves, did y'all ever hear this in the world? You don't hear this in school. You don't hear this from your family. You don't hear this from your friends. You don't hear it. So our people out there in the world, man, they literally don't hear it. So it's like they live this life with sickness, eating bad, waking up, tired as hell, and just moody and depressed, and they got all kinds of things going on with them, and they don't know why, and it's the diet. What's up?
I was about to say, my mom, when I stayed at my mom's house, she it was so bad, she was eating, like she would fall asleep in the middle of her eating, so like, we'll catch her like with a fork in her hand like this. Like, all over with Julie. Like, Mom, what's up, man? Like, she be out there. I'm like, you good? I'm tired, dude. The itis, man, the itis be real. All the food be heavy on you, so.
Gone.
And I feel sorry for our people. You know why? Because they're like, man, like, my hand's numb. I don't know what to do. I told you to get off pork. Mom, I told you to cut the carbs out at nighttime. Come on now. You're getting older. You ain't that spring chicken no more. Huh? Mm-hmm. You ain't going to the club. It's coronavirus. You can't dance it off. You know? You in the house now. You got to start doing what? Morning walks. Bring it out, Dawiyad, Dorcas. Morning walks, right? But you know what they did, though? It was something that they implemented in their life, and now it's a lifestyle. A lot of us got to do lifestyle changes, and I'm going to say this, not something very demanding, something very nice and light that you can keep up. Like I tell people, just juice in the morning and try to hit no carbs at night. It's simple. You'll see wondrous things that come from that. But just real quick, Dorothy, you asked about there it is. Yeah, vagus, the vagus nerve, not the vagus, the vagus nerve, which is linked to the brain and the gut. You can go into that a little bit, but again, it's like the modulator of the mind. The modulator controls your moods, immune system, digestion, and that is spelled vagus, vagus nerve. Just to Judah Fight says behind Royal Farm chicken. I believe it. Cats need that old steroid pump chicken. That was LaShawn. It's facts, man. Somebody tried to fight me up in there. It wasn't even for no chicken, man. It wasn't even for no chicken. Changes growth. The air fryer was the best investment I've ever made, and it's the best and can cook so much in it. That is facts. You know, you can have your audio Bible moving, studying, throw it in the air fryer, let it go for about 20 minutes. Beep, beep. You smell that joint, let's get it. I ain't gonna lie, I was at Kazakhstan, I've been a couple days straight out. I had that air fryer jumping. You know? We had the dumplings in there. Y'all know y'all remember it? The fish popping. Shalimai in here.
Easy to cook.
Come on.
I mean, easy to cook, easy to clean. Yeah.
Easy to cook, easy to clean. It cooks salmon, man. Throw a little butter on top, a little seasoning. Put it on top of a salad. You're winning, man. Remember, salmon they're high in amino acids. Or not amino acids, omega-3. Omega-3 fatty acids, which is good for your body, good for your joints. It's needed. We have an Imperial Lagos Power Air Fryer 360. Golly. Sounds like a majestic name, man. Imperial Lagos Power Air Freshener 360.
That sucker was like a microwave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dorcas, healthy oils are avocado, grapeseed, roasted sesame seed fats, almond, and coconut oils. Yeah. Oils become unhealthy when they are heated to a certain level of heat. So fried foods, that's true. And that's why a lot of Dorcas is talking about the oils, but a lot of times you gotta look up this word carcinogen. Carcinogen is created whenever you have meat at a high temperature where it produces chemicals within the meat. So technically you're putting a chemical within the meat, now you're ingesting it, but what is that chemical doing? It's causing cells within your body to grow that's irregular, which is called cancer. But carcinogen comes through how you cook food. So that's definitely on point, you know. And again, and this is, you know, homework definitely that y'all can do. Be a little bit more proactive. Listen, what oils can I get on? Grapeseed oil is very on point, but it's expensive. You know, there's certain oils that you don't cook with. They say coconut oil, don't cook with coconut oil. It's not meant to be cooked at a certain degrees. I even think olive oil. They say you're not supposed to cook olive oil. That comes toxic. You
don't cook coconut oil. I did that before.
Right? Oh, me too. Come on.
Yeah, it don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But just showing forth a lot of these little small tidbits is necessary. All right. What do we have? Where are you at?
Oh, I was gonna get one.
Oh yeah. Oh no, go ahead.
Can I get this? Somebody give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 17. And I was gonna say something too, man. Remember last class we were hitting the Corinthians about your body being the temple, right? And this one is right now like just talking about the air fryer and talking about how much more healthier it is for you, right? You got to see what the Most High is doing right now. He's literally rebuilding back the temple.
Yeah.
When you look in the scriptures and you see any time that we were in captivity,
Yeah.
whenever we were about to get out of captivity, one of the things that we wanted to do, or whenever we got freed from captivity, the first thing that we always did was rebuild the temple. Or if we were about to get out of captivity, we were rebuilding the temple. So I liken that to these times. Why? Because we are the temple, and we're being rebuilt back into what the Most High wanted us to be. You see that? So now when we enter into the kingdom, we're not entering in still maimed and eaten the way that we were eaten. It's a smooth transition into the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we've been rehearsing the righteous acts. So we're putting off now the customs and things that we learned in this captivity, and we're finding better ways to do everything, better ways to eat, better ways to cook, better ways to exercise. Where now, when Yahweh Shai comes and it's a twinkling of an eye and that change happened, it's more natural. You see what I'm saying? So it's dope. Not only do we rehearse, on the Sabbath days, the candles, everything that we do, the whole ceremony, but we rehearsing a lot of different things too. Yep. It's beautiful, man. Just the fact that we're having this class shows that the time is near. Why? Because we're coming out of that slave diet. We're coming out of that European diet and that European way of doing things, and cooking and eating, and we're just coming out of that.
Yeah.
We're fasting more. Bro, before the truth, I never heard anybody talk about fasting. I knew what fasting was, but I don't remember any family members ever fasting. But now in the truth, being around the body, it's like you fast at least once a week.
Yeah.
If you really take the whole year into consideration, it's like you fast the whole week. I mean, you fast once a week. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Read this Ecclesiasticus 30 and 17.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life.
Read that again.
Death is better than a bitter life.
Read on.
Or continual sickness.
You see that? It's better to be, the scripture is saying, bro, it's better to be dead than to be in continual sickness. Not an excuse for somebody that's in continual sickness to give up on life, of course. But what it's showing you is that before, like the scripture that we hit before this was humble yourself before you get sick. Mm-hmm. If you're not humble, then you're going to get into this estate where your life is bitter and now you have a continual sickness. Why? Because you didn't humble yourself when it came to food. You know what I'm saying? All the meat was there. You just had to kill all the meat. No veggies. Imbalanced. Eating everything, eating any and everything that was placed in front of you. Yeah. So now, what's crazy? You'll have a big pot. You'll have a big plate. It don't mean you got to eat the whole plate.
Right.
We were taught coming up, you better clean that plate. Don't get up and don't clean that plate. I had to work hard for that food. You better eat all that.
Right.
That wasn't the best thing. Why? Because now you were forcing yourself to eat. You were full, but you forcing yourself now to eat everything off the plate. Why? Because grandma and mom told you, and auntie told you, you better clean that plate before you get up. But look at us now. We eating so much. We overeat.
Oh yeah.
And now a lot of us is sick, man. A lot of different issues.
Mucus build up. You wake
Mucus
up.
build up.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna hit y'all with something that we all deal with. Yeah. I'm not gonna say we all deal with, but you ever just been chilling and you feel a weird pain in your body? It's like you got punched in the stomach, or you got like a little spasm in your leg, or a spasm in your arm.
Your face start jumping.
Or a little, what's going on? What's going on with your body? What's going on inside your body? You know what I'm saying? I used to get hit with that, man. I'll have like a little spasm in the leg. I'm like, why my leg spasming? That's a good question. Why is my leg spasming? Or you feel a little something right here. It's like, the hell is that? A lot of us don't consider these things, man. You have a headache all the time, a migraine all the time. Every day you have a headache all the time. Listen, man, I had my 8th grade teacher. She used to come to, every time we would go to her class, she would be like, man, I got a headache. We used to think that she was just BSing me because she wanted us to be quiet and not give her hell during class until one day she died. She was only like 26. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh. And then everybody in the class is like, oh, crap. She was serious. But think about it, man. It's not natural for you to have a headache every day. Every day you got a headache. At a certain time period, your head starts to hurt you at work, whatever. It's not natural. So the scripture says to humble yourself before you be sick, right? Now read verse 17 again. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 17.
Death is better than a bitter life. Or continual sickness.
And again, not an excuse for anybody that has a continual sickness. Not an excuse for somebody that got cancer or diabetes or whatever it is that they're dealing with to just give up on life and die. But what this is a warning. This is a warning, like, bruh, it's better to die than to have diabetes. It's better to die than to have cancer. It's better to die than to have a sickness that is very hard to be cured. Yeah. Bro, the way we eat, it leads us to this, man. Yep. It leads us to this where we have this continual sickness. Mm-hmm. And that's not what we want. You don't want to get old, man, and you can't move around.
Yeah, can't play with your kids.
Can't play with your kids. Think about Jacob. Think about Jacob when he passed. He still strengthened himself up, blessed. It didn't say that he passed from any ailments or anything. He was just an old brother. Yeah. When David was gonna pass, it didn't say he passed because he was sick. He just couldn't get any heat. He was a little older. It wasn't like he actually had like some form of disease or something like that. So that's how we would rather go out than to go out with these continual sickness, man. Esau's the devil. Oh yeah. They can kill you fast, but they rather just kill you slow. Yeah. They rather slowly kill you. Like if you gonna kill me, just kill me fast, man. Just kill me fast, but don't let me know I'm gonna die and drag it out.
No, they still want you to buy designer. They still want you to buy the burgers. You know what I'm saying? They still want you to,
it's crazy.
Feed their government. But what I like is that the Most High is showing that we don't want to have a continual sickness. But that's why I go to jump over Ecclesiasticus 31. You can start at verse 22.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 31 and verse 22.
The Most High is giving a warning. Mm-hmm. He's giving a warning. Just like he's giving you the warning about getting your spirit right, just like you get your mind right, he wants you to get your body right too. It don't make sense. You can't have your spirit right, but your body look like it ain't linking with your mind. It don't work like that. Body, mind, and spirit, right? Go ahead.
My son, hear me and despise me not.
Do what?
Hear me and despise me not.
The Most High said, despise him not. Despise what? Despise not the edification. Despise not the continual hand that he's trying to give to his people to show forth how to have a better diet, how to have a better life. Again, we are the example of the Most High. We are literally the living flesh of the Most High. Yeah. We are the temple. He said, glory the Most High through us in our body, right? Well, how do we glory him in our body? Just by your talk? Nah, think about it. Think about it. Oh yeah, man, I'm down, man. Oh yeah. Rockadaya, hello, hey. You never see him again. That what you just said has your actions show for something different. It's the same thing dealing with that health, man. Oh yeah, man, the Most High, man, he's gracious and lovely, yeah, but obviously you don't care enough to do what? Take care of your body. Your actions don't follow up with what we say. Yeah. So the Most High said what? Read it again.
My son, hear me,
read,
and despise me not.
Go ahead.
And at the last thou shalt find as I
Yeah, thou shalt find as I told thee.
Yeah.
If you don't despise what the words of the teachers, the messengers, the healers, the apothecaries. Why do you think we had apothecaries in Israel? Apothecaries just didn't deal with fragrances. They deal with medication as well, herbs. You know, when you deal with, I'm going to say this. If you really need some help with herbs, hit up what? Who? Quadazab. I just got me a recipe from Quadazab. He was talking on the phone. I said, hey, brother, send that to me ASAP. Why? Because I need to blow back some brothers' wigs up in here, man. Get that juicer pumping. And I'm gonna put it in the text of what it was. But you got to be proactive and know when the Most High is trying to show you something. Stop acting like the Most High is not talking to you. He's not gonna hit you. Karatazah, thou shalt know, eat healthy, if thou wants to be a priest of mine. Like he says it in the scriptures.
Yeah.
We don't have to go through this whole, again, this marvelous dissertation from the Most High. No, he gave it through his teachers. He gave it through the examples of brothers that you have around you. But what does it say?
And at the last, thou shalt find as I told thee.
Yeah, you'll find as I told you, which is what? You'll be in light. You'll be in a good estate. You'll be healthy. Turn into the Most High. Come up out of darkness. And you'll be in what? The light. You'll be in a healthy estate. That's what he's saying about. Read that again.
My son, hear me, and despise me not.
Read.
And at the last, thou shalt find as I told thee.
Yeah, you'll find as I told thee. Go ahead.
In all thy works,
Read.
be quick.
Come on.
So shall there no sickness come unto thee.
Yeah, no sickness. But what takes that to happen? An individual that is what? Ecclesiasticus 30 and 25. Let's go back to it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 25.
What? Why is no sickness going to come upon thee? Read.
A cheerful and good heart
Go ahead.
will have a care of his meat
Care of his meat. Read.
and diet.
Think about that. But a lot of our people, what happens? We don't have that care for our diet no more. You know why? We get one ailment and we're like, F it. It's over. It's over. Let me have anything. Big Mac, big fries, big drink.
Especially after a fast.
Right. Chinese food this, Chinese food that, lo mein that. Huh? Who drink miso soup? Miso soup. Yeah, miso soup is actually a probiotic, just to let y'all know. It's fermented soup. It's good for your digestive system. It's good for that gut, if I throw that out there, because of Chinese food. Miso soup. You know? That's why, who does the miso soup? Japanese. A lot of their meals, they start off with a soup. These cats know how to eat. But we don't. But that's why we're learning. But the Most High said, despise not. Despise not what I'm telling you. So you won't have this continual sickness. Have care for your diet. Wake the heck up. Wake up. Read it again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 25.
Go ahead.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat
Right.
and diet.
And the things that we understand is going to have an individual to have a good diet is a lot of food that we don't want to eat, man. And we're going to get into that. But I'm going to say this. Exposure and consumption of good bacteria are necessary for a balanced brain. One thing that we're learning in class today about gut health is all about good bacteria. Good bacteria. Yes.
One time we were coming back from a basketball game.
Right.
We stopped to get McDonald's on
Mickey D's, right?
when we got back in the bus, we saw that there was like mold in the chicken nuggets.
Say that again.
There was mold in the chicken nuggets.
There was mold in the chicken nuggets. This brother fell down hard. There was mold in the chicken nuggets. Think about that. And I bet they ate it too, huh?
Oh.
Okay. Oh, they threw it away? Okay, I thought they were some little rascals, you know. So you know how I hit the floor, you still hit it? You're like, shoot, that 15-second rule. Like, 15 seconds? What is it? From the country, brother. What you got out? You got to talk louder. We can't hear you. You got to stand up. Stand up out. We can't hear you out. Oh, yeah, we training them up. Oh, yeah. There it is. You got to say, yep.
My mom never said.
A little bit louder out. A little bass.
My My mom got us McDonald's. I found a hair in my burger.
Oh, that's common. I believe it. Hair in the burger. You know, we ingest all types of stuff. Cats probably spitting in the Big Mac sauce. You know, you got Esau. They pooping on. You know, when you see Esau randomly just pooping in their job, it's like, are you for real? I know you used to see the videos, the crazy videos back in the day on regular cable. Like, you don't know what you got in your food, man.
God.
But again, the Most High said have care of his meat and his diet.
Yeah.
But what does that mean? It ain't nothing wrong just to cook stuff at the house, man. To be honest with you, it's safer. You know what you got. But you know, we're in a time that, you know, everything is very busy. So we got to see that we got to make provisions. We got to make provisions to where we can already have food already prepared. Like I've been telling a lot of people, it's about prepping, man. Prepping made my life easy. Who preps food? Put a 7 in the chat. I'm with you. Yeah, they used to. We need it now. Who preps food in the chat? Who put that? But again, prepping food does what? It prepares you to do what? Not have to go get food. It's already there for you. All you got to do is be disciplined enough to warm it up. Look at that. Miso soup is delicious. I know Dorcas. See, me and ZAYAN, we got the same taste of food, man.
God.
You know, Moab got a special place in our heart, man. We trying to control it. We trying to control it, Ammon too. But, you know, preparing your food is needed. But again, exposure and consumption of good bacteria are necessary for a balanced brain. Who wants a balanced brain? Do you really? Look at Warren Wilson. I do. Right? Facts though. But what's going to take to get a balanced brain? Good bacteria. We got to start eating foods that are good. Let's go into it. This is a little bit more. Somebody give me Genesis 1:29. But it says, good gut bacteria, or the absence of some bad ones, can make us more resilient. Resilient, which means what? Fight. To depressive states. Let's read it again. Good gut bacteria, or the absence of some bad ones, which are caused by fast foods, can make us more resilient to depressive states. After stressors or trauma. You don't need the pills. You don't need all the alcohol. And I'm going to say this though too. Beer is actually a good, it's a fermented drink which gives you good gut health. But I don't mean you need to just kill it every day. But still, it's showing that good gut health, good gut bacteria makes you more resilient to depressive states after stressors or trauma. It is not surprising, and I got this off of, my apologies, this is a psychology. Psychology Today. It's a good website. A lot of good articles. I go into it a lot. It is not surprising that chronic exposure to stress is associated with a higher incidence of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. It says it is not surprising that chronic exposure to stress is associated with a higher incidence of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. But not everyone who faces stress develops a mood disorder. But it's showing that, again, that if you have good gut health, it will battle against these things that we go through, which is depression, anxiety, PTSD, how your brain processes information, pictures, what happened in the past. What you got, Jamal, or Hakawa?
It's good. It's like very important.
Uh-huh.
I think when I was studying Dr. Sebi, he said he cured blindness by accident. He said that this lady had went to him because she was dealing with constipation in the stomach.
Right.
And he ended up giving her an urge to clean her stomach out. And she came back and she was like, "Thank you so much. You cured my blindness." And he was like, "What?" So basically, he was like, the reason why people got bad eyesight, it deals with the gut.
Right.
I don't know like how or why, but that's what he said.
You know what's crazy about that? It's crazy you say that because I read in the scriptures and you'll never like really see anybody wearing glasses. The scriptures don't really talk about like people having, like if they're blind, they're blind.
Right.
But you don't really see in the scriptures like where it talks about a person having like
had to put on his glasses first.
Their sight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like their sight was like impaired or or something like that.
Right.
So it's funny that you say that because again, the diet that we were eating back then, we probably our body again was functioning at such a high rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And even with that, you know,
Crazy.
obviously under the dietary law of, again, our nation, because once you start dealing with what Moab, if y'all don't mind, if y'all can, I want to hit the camera, but Moab, the Hamitic nations, that's when everything started going south, man. We started eating puffs, you know. We started eating all the snacks. Oh, who done ate a puff in here before? Huh? You Nigerian lovers? Huh? I never had a puff, but they say it's good though. But
Puff-puff's pretty good.
say it again.
It's just a bread. It's like a Hawaiian roll,
Right.
but not as soft.
Oh, so does that fit with me? Some of them?
The one I got was just the bread.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, still good food, but Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29.
Genesis 1 and 29.
And going into what foods are good for gut health, good gut health. Y'all want to write these down. And you know, it's funny because these are common things. There's nothing too crazy. You know, you may have some foods on there that's outside your diet, but a lot of things we're aware of, but we're not recognizing that this is what's going to make our brain process better. It's going to have your brain, as it says, exposure and consumption of good bacteria are necessary for a balanced brain. And again, like a lot of food is not all bad. For example, like fermented food. You still have some nuts, you got some berries, you know, so you don't have to do all the cheese and do the, as we go through it, all these other foods that's needed. But read where you at.
Genesis 1 and verse 29.
Go ahead.
And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed,
Right.
which is upon the face of all the
Yeah,
earth.
the Most High gave us seeds. He gave us these plants for a reason. But a lot of times we do what? We run away from the veggies. We run away from the herbs. He's like, nah, I need that process. But it shows forth that we're addicted. But it says, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. Go ahead.
Which is upon the face of all the earth.
Go ahead.
And every tree,
Read.
in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Go ahead.
To you it shall be for meat.
It shall be for what?
For meat.
It's going to be for your consumption. We're supposed to be eating, again, vegetables, but who has in mind to constantly have veggies in their life? Who likes veggies? Raise your hand. Oh, right? Okay, that was fast. Okay. What's your favorite veggie, Tiano? Yes. Say it again. Celery. Okay. Celery's definitely high. Well, I think it's what, water. What else does it have? Another celery. All right. What you got, Aria?
I like
You like broccoli? Okay, there it is. What you like, Asaya? I couldn't hear none of that. Carrots. Okay, carrots. What else we got for veggies? Who's that? Manatazad?
I like salad.
Salad. There. See, he got the whole combo. The salad. All right. People online, listen. What's some of your favorite veggies? So we can bring it out. Favorite fruit. Again, you know, even from the trees. Favorite fruit. There's a lot of different fruits. A lot of different exotic fruits that we don't even know about. You know, cassette, huh? Sour sop. What you got? The jackfruit, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of vegans that make a lot of food out of jackfruit that tastes like meat.
Yeah.
Come on, man. If you really a meat individual, get you a little bit of jackfruit. Recognize how to make those type of recipes. Let that body be eased up from literally decomposing or breaking down the meat. Give your digestive system a break. But it says that he gave all of us these seeds. Oh, please. All these seeds were for meat in these plants.
Yep. If I can get Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 12. Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 12. You can link this scripture with the Genesis.
So multiple uses. Okay. Which is after 2 months.
You got it? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 47 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side, and on the side, and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat.
You see that? So the trees were supposed to be for our consumption, for meat. Read on.
Whose leaf shall not fade.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed.
Go ahead.
It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months.
Go ahead.
Because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary.
So this right here is the part that I wanted to get to. Read on.
And the fruit thereof shall be for meat.
You see that? So the fruits coming from the different trees, that's what we should be eating. So if you don't got fruit intake, you need to step the fruit intake up.
Oh yeah.
Get you some orange juice.
Yeah.
Not orange juice.
Oranges.
Get you some oranges.
Yeah.
Get you some apples.
And I'm gonna say this: orange juice is high in sugar a lot of times, so you got to be aware of that.
Come.
Orange juice, but if you actually do what? If you juice your own oranges, a little more natural.
Come. So yeah, man, eat you some fruits. Eat you some more veggies. That's what it was made for. Read on.
And the leaf thereof for medicine.
And the leaf thereof for what?
Medicine.
Y'all see that? So a lot of these different leaves that come from these different plants, these different trees, it's for your medicine. Like Zion was just saying, the soursop leaf. Listen, man, that lowers your blood pressure. You see that? But you don't see nothing about smoking the leaf.
Right. Roll the leaf up.
The leaf's supposed to be for your medicine, man. You see that? So you gotta, when you look at like trees and stuff like that, right? When you look at like a virus that comes on the earth, the virus hits the trees too. The virus hits animals, it hits humans, but it hits the trees as well. But the difference between when a virus hits animals and it hits people is we can move around. A tree and a plant, they can't. They got to stay right there. So what ends up happening is that virus actually gets filtered through the different plants, through the different trees. The virus goes through and it gets filtered through that soil, believe it or not. I forgot, I think that was Dr. Inky that was saying that. So the virus, these different plants and these different trees, believe it or not, they actually get the virus, right? Just like you will get a cold virus, they'll get a virus too. But their only defense is to be able to filter it, whereas us as humans, we can move around. The plants and the trees, they don't have a defense. Their defense is to filter it. So because they filter the virus, we're supposed to be eating their fruits, their veggies, their leaves. Why? Because they already dealt with the virus before it got to us.
Right. So that's technically our vaccine.
Technically. Dr. Inky. Yep.
I liked it.
I know I butchered it, but it's, for a quick synopsis, that's pretty much what he was saying.
Right.
The plants and the different plants and the different trees, the virus hits them, and their only defense is to filter it. That's all they can do, and come up with the antibiotics. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they do, man. Yep.
I like it because that's what we're going to go into and just show forth again the fruit, the leaves. So you can write these down. Again, these are going to be good foods. This is going to be good foods that's going to promote, again, healthy gut or healthy gut health. A healthy gut. Promote a healthy gut. All right. Go right into it. Raspberries.
Yep.
These are high fiber foods that I'm giving y'all right now. High fiber foods that are good for your gut health or for your gut bacteria. So it's going to promote good probiotics or healthy. They may call it healthy microbiota. Biota. Healthy microbiota. All right. And this is going to help with digestion. It makes things a little bit smoother. A lot of us got digestion problems. A lot of us don't even use the bathroom. I'm talking about number 2. What? Every 3 days? Huh? Maybe every once a week. Think about it. A lot of us, like you said, stopped up. But it comes from our diet. So, raspberries. It goes into lentils. Lentils. Who likes lentil soup? Look at it. Hey. Lentil soup. And then it goes into whole grains. I mean, I have a lot of lists, but whole grains. Your whole grains, man. Whole grains is good for your nervous system as well. It's crazy how that goes into it, but whole grains. Whole grains. It says beans and legumes also contain very high amounts of fiber. All right, so a lot of your beans, your chickpeas, your green peas. Again, these are all high fiber foods. Artichokes. And I seen Brussels sprouts. I was looking was it Brussels sprouts? It was Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts was another one that I seen while I was going through this. Brussels sprouts. All right. But we're going to show forth that. How do we know this? How do we know that, that in the Bible, brothers and sisters had a decent diet, that they ate herbs, that they took care of their body? Go to 2 Esdras 12 and 51. 2 Esdras chapter 12 and verse 51, going in about Esdras. Whenever he was getting a vision, he was getting an interpretation by the angel, but he wanted a vision. The angel told him to fast 7 more days. But let's see what he ate upon. What did he eat? A lot of us want to be like our forefathers. Well, hey, we might have to get on a diet like they had.
Yeah.
This is Esdras. All right? He ate herbs. He ate, again, the fruit from the plant. 2 Esdras chapter 12 and verse 51.
2 Esdras chapter 12 and verse 51.
Go ahead.
But I remained still in the field 7 days.
How long?
In the field 7 days.
Yeah, so he was staying in the field 7 days to get a revealing of a vision. The angel told him to stay 7 more days. Go ahead.
As the angel commanded me.
Go ahead.
And did eat only in those days.
He did what?
And did eat only in those days.
Go ahead.
Of the flowers of the field.
Because we just read those flowers have what? It's fruit on it. It's food for us to eat. Ingest, consume. It says that all these plants were intended for us to eat as meat, right? Go ahead.
And had my meat of the herbs.
And had what?
My meat of the herbs.
So he had the herbs, and then he had the meat from the plants. Could have been fruit, but all it says is about flowers of the field. We understand that fruit, what? It does blossom. When you deal with the squash, you deal with the cucumber, there's a lot of different foods that we can eat. But Esdras kept this as a what? A nice little diet. While he was trying to, again, get a vision. Get understanding. But he ate, again, flowers of the field and herbs, and the meat of the herbs. Go to 2 Maccabees 5 and 27. 2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 27, going in with Judas Maccabeus. There's a lot of examples. Even you deal with when you deal with John the Baptist, and he was with his meat, he ate the honey and the locust. Yeah. Locust is high in protein. It's actually lawful. It is lawful. I said actually, it is lawful. Locust is lawful. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 57. Just
27.
27.
Yes.
Again, just showing forth that we have good examples of how to eat. The Most High is not giving us, get your health right and that's it. No. He said, control your excess of meats. Why? It'll give you choler. Go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 27.
Read.
But Judas Maccabeus with 9 others.
And this is the time as we go, if you go into Maccabees, again, we were always under constant attack. Antiochus was moving around, running us out of our town. So what did Judas Maccabeus, what was he doing? What state was he in? Because as you know, there was a lot of fasting going on with the Maccabees. They wanted the Most High to entreat them, but they understood what gave them energy. Come on, they know what's up. They're warriors. You don't got to sit down here and have a whole spread. Like in the military, they give you the MRE. You ain't got to have an MRE. Get you a nice little fruit and keep it moving. Huh? Get you some nice herbs, keep it rolling. I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all never had wheatgrass, y'all better get on some of that wheatgrass. That's that turn up. That'll get your mind right. I talked to Kozaki about that. to get your brain bubbling. But again, there's a lot of things that we can go to that's natural, to where we don't have to do what? The energy drinks, all the coffee, all the what else we got? The what other ways we get energy? The Mountain Dews, you know. Yeah, I need the carbonation, but I know I got a little kick to it. The kick start, you know, the kick start, I think that's Mountain Dew too, right? Yeah. You know, the Red Bulls, 5 hour energy will take you to the ditch, man. It'll break your whole system down. A lot of cats take 2 of them 5 hour energies and never do it again, man. Yeah, you up there dry heaving, body just rejecting it. You try to get all the energy you can, man. You flipped it with a 5 hour energy, hit you with an espresso drink, then you wash it down with a Coke because you had some snacks, man. Not knowing that we got the fruit of the plants to give us all of that, man. I'm gonna say this: why you think a lot of our people, even Bolivia, they take the coca plant, right? They take the coca plant and do what? Who knows about that? The coca plant. The coca plant is a refined cocaine from. But the coca plant is natural for you to do what? Take a leaf from it, eat it a little bit. They don't eat it; they chew on it. But it's a little caffeine booster. Yeah. You ain't gotta take the refined line. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do that. Done. A lot of our people try to be. Our people be. Look at Chris Brown, man. Look what it did to him. He didn't have to go that route, man. If you needed some energy, listen. You know, but that probably wasn't even energy for him. That probably was what? A little bit of nose candy. You know, a little bit of party favors. But if you want the energy, you can get natural products. Grown from the ground. It's funny because a lot of wheatgrass you can't find anymore, as they said. Now they have it in powder, but it still works. Nice little powder, you do it a shot. Come on, man. It may taste like what? Greens, but that's good for you. There was a point in time in life where, especially when I was a vegan in Japan, a lot of food didn't taste that good, but it became a norm for me just to eat it because I knew it was good for my health. Like bitter herbs, Goya is a bitter herb. It don't taste good, it's bitter, but it's good for your health. Yeah. A lot of times the things that we don't like or that doesn't taste good is actually good for your health. But we got to find a way to do what? You might have to, cook a little season on it or do something a little bit different, mix it with something to where it's favorable to you. Yeah. To where now, again, rather than eating potato chips, you eating what? Sweet potatoes, I'm going to say this, a lot of men, I'm going to add this in there real quick, a lot of men, we do what? We take the protein powder, right? A lot of those protein powders, they have a lot of extra chemicals within it. Come. Not knowing that sweet potatoes do what? Sweet potatoes have those, I think it's actually simple carbs, if I'm not mistaken, simple carbs to where whenever you work out, it feeds your muscles. It gives you everything you need. Put a little sweet tomato or a sweet potato in the oven. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out, blend it up, throw it in a little bit of coconut water or coconut milk. You in there? A little granola. Come on, man. That's your pre or not pre-workout, but your post-workout. Yeah. That's your protein shake. You don't have to take all this again. Edomite infused products. Cause why? You're gonna take that for the rest of your life. Catch me taking weight gainer. Like you don't need all that. It's true. All the slim fast and all the get your diet right. You can slim fast without the slim fast. Done. But as we're seeing, again, our forefathers, man, they ate a lot of fruit from the plants. They fasted a lot. Who fasts in here? Intermediate fasting or fasting in general? Who does that? Mm-hmm. How does the intermediate fasting have you feel?
Light.
What?
Feel light.
Feel light?
Energy.
Okay. So, and the reason why I'm asking the brother, because he's on the intermediate fast, but how did you feel not being on the intermediate fast? What's the difference between now? Go ahead.
Oh, you feel sluggish and tired.
Okay.
Versus feeling light.
Right.
And full of energy.
Look at that. Light, full of energy. Because now that belly got some free time to work. That good bacteria is going to that brain. Think about it. They said whenever you have good gut bacteria, when you have that good gut health, you feel motivated. Huh? You doing that? You doing the intermediate fasting? What's happening in the morning? Shoot, I may have to go to the gym real quick, man. Shoot, you know what? Let me get this Bible real quick. Let me get these precepts down real quick, man.
Yeah, when you wake up, you don't feel tired. You actually wake up feeling rested.
Energized.
Yeah. You wake up at 7, 8 o'clock easily.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. A lot of our people, we have rigorous jobs. Up early, down late. You know, so something has to give. You know, you can't put a double negative and think it's going to be what? A positive. That don't work. No. You got to switch it up somewhere in your life to bring forth what? Better health.
And you know, also with the intermittent fasting, it's one of the easiest ways to help slow down your diabetes. Like, say you're a borderline diabetic. Intermittent fasting is one of the best things that you can do because it gives your insulin an opportunity to actually rest. Every time you eat, your insulin gets released in your body. Your insulin is what converts food into energy. Your insulin receptors convert food into energy, right? So when you eat all the time, your insulin is always constantly running. So it never, especially like we were saying, like the beef stays in your stomach for 5 days.
Right.
Your insulin is running. Your insulin is running throughout that period.
Right.
And it never really gets a chance to rest. So your insulin receptors, they become very dull.
Right.
And they can't process the food that you eat into energy as fast as it should. And then you become insulin resistant. Your body becomes insulin resistant. So when your body becomes
it outworked itself.
It outworked itself. So when that happens, your insulin inside of your body, it releases a very small amount, or it does release the same amount.
Right.
But the insulin, because it's worked so hard and it became resistant, it can't convert the food into energy.
Yep.
So that's why a lot of people with diabetes, they have to get the insulin shot.
Yep.
So that insulin shot can actually help to convert the food into energy.
And that's right on point because a lot of us don't even understand, again, the inner workings of our body.
Yeah.
A lot of diabetics, a lot of individuals that have inner body problems, they're very moody. They don't understand why it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? They don't even understand. It is moody. They're mad. Well, your body is literally showing forth that there's something going on. You got to use the bathroom a lot. You're just pushing out fluid. A lot of times your body is like, I need help. Something's going on that's irregular. It's trying to fight something within your body. You know, but again, we're not doing it any favors. Why? Because we continue to bang on food.
And you know, also, if you look at like your body like a car, because you was using this as an example, right?
Right.
Because with this whole class, like the mentality can go to, well, flesh and blood and ain't inheriting the kingdom of God anyway. So why are we banging on this class for 4 classes, right?
Right.
But if you look at your body like a car, like Zion was saying earlier, is your car going to make it to heaven with you? No, it's not. But you do need your car.
Right.
So why not take care of your car?
Yep.
Because guess what? Who wants to be on the side of the road and your car won't start? Or who wants to be driving and your car is just letting out a whole bunch of smoke, and then you like, oh man, I'm gonna have to pay for this.
Yep.
Like, who wants to do that? Don't for those that have cars, that drive in cars, don't you like when you have that brand new 2021 car?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Remote start.
And it's still got the new car smell, and that sucker's nice and it's clean. You know, don't you like that? So why not do that with your body? Because without your car, it's very hard to get what you need to get done. You know, it's very hard to go to work, get groceries. You need your car to run, right? For your life to run a little bit more efficient. So yes, your body can't inherit the kingdom of heaven, but why not, while you're here on earth, have your body run to the best that it can run?
Come on, man.
Why not? Because things is easy, man. You ever had to get up and, man, I got to put air in these damn tires? Because you got to buy some new tires, but you don't got the dough to buy the new tires. So every morning you got to get up and put air in the tire.
Yep.
Wouldn't you rather just get up and leave, or you got to get up and put water in your radiator so your car doesn't overheat? Wouldn't you rather just not do that? It's the same thing with the body, man. Why not just take care of it now? That way you don't get to a stage in your life where you got a doctor talking about you got to take all these pills.
Right.
Now you got the Sunday, Monday, you know that little pill thing?
Oh yeah, the pack.
Yeah.
Pill pack.
And now you got to take that. It's not like vitamins.
Right.
It's like pills that you got to take now every day just to.
Yeah, about 8 and 1 little Monday.
Yeah.
2 for Tuesday. 5 for Thursday. But it's sad. Go to 2 Maccabees real quick. 2 Maccabees 5:27, and then go to Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 15. You can go to 1 Corinthians. Nothing. Go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 27.
Go ahead.
But Judas Maccabeus, with 9 others,
Read.
or thereabout, withdrew himself into the wilderness.
Because they were amongst the heathens. The heathens were trying to overtake, eat this meat, eat this pork, you can eat these fries, put on some of that Blizzard chocolate Blizzard sauce, you know. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds good, boy. But I don't do too much of the dairy. That's what I don't do. I do the lemonberry slush at Sonic, man. That's the only thing I get. Lemonberry, I gotta hit one of those with some tater tots. Call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Put you on a little sweet tooth of mine. Go ahead.
And lived in the mountains,
Right.
after the manner of beasts,
Read.
with his company.
He had to run to the mountains with his company because they were being overwhelmed. One thing about Judas Maccabeus is that he wasn't going to allow the nations to impose their laws and their eating habits and what they wanted on Israel, on his people. He fought against that. So he'd rather go up in the mountains and live as a beast. But what did he do? Read.
Who fed on herbs continually.
They did what?
Fed on herbs continually.
They fed on the herbs because that gave them power. It gave them energy. It gave them what they needed.
Wow.
You gotta understand, your body doesn't need a lot to operate. That's why intermediate fasting is very important. You don't have to eat until about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. You should be hungry until about 2 o'clock. If you up moving, reading, drinking, busy, you don't need to eat. Let your body warm up. It'll thank you later on. Keep reading.
Lest they should be partakers of the pollution.
Yeah, at least they be partakers of the pollution, or partakers of the pollution. We're in a wicked and perverse generation now. You don't think that the food that we eat are polluted?
Yeah.
Is polluted? It is. Again, we understand that your belly rule you. Going into more good gut health food. This it says eat foods with healthy benefits, including reductions in blood pressure, inflammation, and oxidative stress. It says, we're buffering again? Okay. Right? Polyphenols. Polyphenol bacteria. It says cocoa and dark chocolate. Look at him. Look at this. Okay, I'm saying, wine? Shoot. Skins. Green tea. Almonds. Onions. Blueberry. Health. A healthy gut and onions.
Because we're buffering.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was.
All right. Yeah, your voice can be a little bit louder. Yes. You know, I'm going to say this. A lot of whole grains are good. It's funny, man, because whole grains, it kind of gives your body a break in digesting. It doesn't digest carbs from whole grains. It gives it a little bit of rest. It's beautiful, man. You know, we're finally starting to figure out our body. Yeah. What makes it function at a high rate. I'm going to say your body's different from mine. Your body's different from his. Everybody has to find out what works for you. Everybody can benefit by losing about 10 pounds. You know? Everybody could do that, man. Drop a couple pounds. That should be a goal of everybody's. How am I going to drop a pound? The 10 pounds. Well, that goes in deeper. If you need help, hit me up. All right? Read where you at.
Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
Health and good estate of body,
right,
are above all gold.
Read.
And a strong body above infinite wealth.
The Most High wants us to have a strong body. It's above infinite wealth because you're able to do more. You're able to continue walking. You don't have to be an old man with money that can't go nowhere and can't speak and can't. Somebody got fingerless up in here. You know, no crazy diseases in here. You know, so we got to see that the Most High has blessed us to where we can still have good health down the road. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24, man. Just showing forth, you know, health is extremely important. I think, Quadashai, you still on what? The pescatarian? Oh, you eat meat? Oh, okay, she ate the meat again. But you... Yeah, because you was on it for what? Years? Or what, just for a little bit?
She didn't eat meat, yeah.
You said what?
When she was little, she didn't eat meat.
So she wasn't eating meat for a minute, but again, that's care for your diet.
Yeah.
You know? So, again, you want to recognize what works for you. But one thing with it is not being excessive in whatever you do eat. Especially if it puts you to sleep. Well, hey, where you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
Know ye not that they which run in a race run all?
We have to understand that we're running in a race. We're running for a goal at the end, but a lot of us were getting tripped up by our own selves. You're literally putting roadblocks in front of you due to our eating habits. The Most High, what we're doing right now isn't something spontaneous. No, this has purpose, has meaning. It says, know ye not that they that which run in a race run all? We all run. Read.
But one receiveth the prize.
That's the question, but one receiveth the prize. Go ahead.
So run, that ye may obtain.
You better run like nobody else. Again, that you're battling for a prize. It says run, but think about it. One thing about Mike Tyson, if you asked him or interviews, he said that he always thought about what his opponent was doing. He had to do more. He had to do more. What does that mean? I got to be better in shape. I got to be better mentally prepared. But that's the same thing with us. We have to think about that. Listen, who want to be 144,000? Shit, y'all better than me. I'm putting two hands up. But with that being said, is that 144,000 is only 144,000 that's going to make it. You got 2/3 of Israel that's going to be saved, right? Or 1/3 of Israel. 2/3 are going to be destroyed. But in the 144, these are going to be your high elite. These are going to be individuals that have done what? That have literally ran this race, but ran it so to where they obtained the prize that they wanted. But in doing so, you can't have bad health. You can't be on your bed, sleep all the time. No, you got to put in work. You got to put in dedication. Your mind has to be balanced. You can't have a unbalanced mind thinking you're going to be 144,000. You think they're going to have mental problems? No. These are individuals that understood that I got to have a good mental health. So by having good mental health, you know what? Let me go ahead and relax my body from digesting food so that I can process things better. I understand that my gut health is highly important because it's linked with the vagus nerve. So let me give it good food. Let me fuel myself with good food. Go ahead.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Think about that. And every man that's striving for mastery. A lot of us haven't mastered our body yet, so how can you master greater things? The Most High is showing that we have to master our body. Don't fool yourself.
Yes, sir.
Don't think that you can do things outside and master things if you haven't mastered your own mind and body yet. You haven't controlled yourself yet. You haven't got the appetite under control, the monster. The Most High wants you to master yourself first. That's why the scripture says, know ye not your own selves? Rather you be in the faith, you don't know what you got going on? But it says temperate in all things. Go ahead.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
Go ahead.
But we an incorruptible.
And being in the mind of Yahweh Shah, we understand why we are trying to have a good diet, because we want to be pleasing to the Heavenly Father. We want to give our vessel, we want to be a vessel unto honor, not a vessel unto dishonor. The scripture says a vessel. A vessel is what? Something that engulfs, or a vessel could be like a car, right? But the body has to get into the car. Your body is a vessel. Is the Most High pleased with your vessel? Is he seeing that you're working to have a better vessel? So that now that vessel can be what? Meat for the master's use. A lot of us ain't meat for the master's use yet. But we have to get there. This is what we're gaining. This is the race that we're running. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Read.
I therefore so run.
We do what?
I therefore so run.
A lot of us can't even jog though. A lot of us can't jog. But the Most High is saying, get your health right so you can run properly. So that you're giving yourself every advantage to win the race. Who goes into a marathon and don't train for the marathon? There's different ways you train for a marathon. You do 3 miles one day. You may do 7 miles the next day. Then you bring it back down to 4 miles. See, there's a whole running calendar, right? Yeah. But it shows forth what? You're doing proactive things to make sure that you win that race. Or at least get in a good position. At least the top, what, 100? Huh?
Absolutely.
At least getting the top 100. But it's showing that you're preparing your body for that. The Most High wants the same thing. It says, therefore, so run. Go ahead.
Not as uncertainly.
Not as you're just going by and just, there's no purpose, there's no drive, there's no vision. Not uncertainly. We're running for with a purpose. To do what? Wake up brothers and sisters. But it takes an individual to have good health. It takes an individual to be able to go. Listen, like I need you to go to New York. Oh man, I got this and that. Dang, you can't go? Oh, okay, well dang. But if we're taking care of our health, now we're what? Able to run the race how the Most High wants us to run. And be effective. That's what it's about. Effective. Go ahead.
Not as uncertainly. So fight I.
So what?
So fight I.
We all need to be in this mind of fighting. Yes, fighting for the truth, but fighting. We have to understand that you yourself is fighting spiritually, physically for the prize, man. You're fighting. You're fighting the old man, the old woman. You're fighting them to be what? Better. Be this better cadet. Be this better soldier. Be this better officer. This better wife. This better sister. But as we're seeing in the Bible, it comes through your health. There's a lot more scriptures we could have went through. Going even over sleep. Eating and sleep. But just showing forth that the Most High wants us to be conscious and aware that this is a race that we're in, man. You got to get your body right. Treat it as a marathon. Huh? Read.
So fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Beat the air is like what? You just, no, have purpose. Understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. We don't fast for no reason. We're not just juicing in the morning for no reason. Go ahead.
But I keep under my body.
He does what?
I keep under my body.
This is very important because this is what we have to learn about keeping your body under control. Not being moved by every impulse. A lot of us are very easily moved by the impulses of our body. Read.
And bring it into subjection.
Do what?
Bring it into subjection.
Because the flesh is carnal, man. To be carnally minded is what? Is death. You can't allow your body to rule you. Huh? I gotta eat everything. I gotta hit everything. I gotta look at everything. You have no control over your bodily functions. How much more something greater? If you can't be an individual that can deal with the small things, how can the Most High give you larger situations, buildings, people, whatever it might be to handle? Think about that. If you can't deal with your own things, how the things of others? I'm going to say it again. If you can't deal with your own self, how much more the things of others? What does that mean? If you can't deal with your own mind, if you can't deal with your own health situation, if you overweight, obese, again, knowing that you lack and getting that under control, how can you deal with other things? You can't, technically, if you want to get technical with it.
True.
The scripture says it. We have to be on point with the small things, and the small things is with ourselves. Our own health, our own mind, because then now we're able to do what? Teach others how to take care of that mind and that body properly, consistently, dedicated. And that's what it's about. This is dedication right here. This race is a dedicated race. This is a dedication for you to have a life-changing moment in the way that you eat, the way that you even perceive your own body. We look at our body like a piece of cheese, man. Take it out the wrapper, put it on a sandwich, and that's it. We don't really put thought to our body and our organs, our bones, our nerves, our cartilage, or the oil, the water. We're not checking the temperature of our body. We checking everything else.
Done.
Read.
And bring it into subjection.
Do what?
Bring it into subjection.
That's what it's about. Controlling. Read.
Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others,
go ahead,
I myself should be a castaway.
Why? Because you really never built it within yourself. The scriptures, when you go to Colossians, I think it's Timothy's, it says about being established and fortified in the faith. We got to be established in these things. We got to be, it talks about being rooted. There it is. It says being rooted. So we're seeing that again, the Most High wants us to run this race. He wants us to fight the good fight. But how you gonna go into a fight not prepared? It don't make sense, do it? Who gonna fight Mike Tyson unprepared? Shit. You must be crazy. But it's the same thing dealing with our life. We have to be prepared. Run the good race. Brothers and sisters, it's 9:09. Wasn't trying to go over. I don't want to pre-over last time, but that was the last scripture. You know, if you have any questions, you can put my email in there real quick. Put ZAYAN144@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you need me to send you a workout, I will. I have one on tap. Send it to me. Send me your email. Hit me up, ZAYAN144@gmail.com. Put it on there and hit me up if you got questions, concerns. We can rap. I'll give you my number. We can go deeper into the rabbit hole of fitness, of health. We're here for each other. I'm about that life. You know, I don't go to sleep till about 3, 4 o'clock at night. So hey, give me something to stay up with. I'm on Forex. Yeah. We're gonna have to hold that out. It's past time. We're trying to do a 2-hour limit for class. All right, 2-hour limit. But next time, hold those. We're gonna see what you got. You wrote them down? All right, bet. All right. Any questions in class? Any questions online before we leave? Remember, it's the Sabbath. You know, keep it holy. Cut out the arguing. Give this day to the Most High, man. Technically, every day should be to the Most High. But how much more on the Shabbat? All right. Yeah. So, again, get your mind. Harmonize with the Most High. Houston's going to be live for Shabbat class tomorrow. All right, so you can check them at 10 o'clock. Here we're going to be having class, street speaking if the weather permits it. With that, brothers and sisters, have a beautiful night. Shabbat shalom. Everybody in class, let them know shalom. Shalom! The Most High is my rock.
6 chill, for real.
Judah.
The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. My rulership is up next. No vex.
Judah.